Today we continue with Esther in chapter 5. On the third day, Esther put on her royal robes and stood in the inner court of the king's palace, opposed the king's hall, and the king was sitting on his royal throne inside the palace, opposite the entrance to the palace. As soon as the king saw Queen Esther standing in the court, she won his favor, and he held out to her the golden scepter that was in his hand. Then Esther approached and touched the top of the scepter. The king said to her, "What is it, Queen Esther? What is your request? It shall be given to you, even to half of the kingdom." Then Esther said, "If it pleases the king, let the king and Haman come to the day to a banquet that I have prepared the king." Then the king said, "Bring Haman quickly, so that we may do as Esther desires." So the king and Haman came to the banquet that Esther had prepared. While they were drinking wine, the king said to Esther, "What is your petition? It shall be granted to you. And what is your request? Even to half of my kingdom it shall be fulfilled." Then Esther said, "This is my petition and request. If I have won the king's favor, and it pleases the king to grant my petition and fulfill my request, then let the king and Haman come tomorrow to the banquet that I will prepare for them, and then I will do as the king has said." Haman went out that day happy and in good spirits. But when Haman saw Mordecai at the king's gate, observed he neither rose nor trembled before him, he was infuriated with Mordecai. Nevertheless, Haman restrained himself and went home. Then he sent and called for his friends and his wife Zeresh, and Haman recounted to them the splendor of his riches, the number of his sons, all of the promotions with which the king had honored him, and how he had advanced above the officials and the ministers of the king. Haman added, "Even Queen Esther let no one but myself come with the king to the banquet that she prepared. Tomorrow also I am invited by her, together with the king. Yet this does me no good so long as I see the Jew Mordecai sitting at the king's gate." Then his wife Zeresh and all her friends said to him, "Let a gallows 50 cubits high be made, and in the morning tell the king to have Mordecai hanged on it. Then go with the king to the banquet in good spirits." This advice pleased Haman, and he had the gallows made.